Hello and welcome everybody to KATV India. This is Mukund. Today you're joining us on a brand new show called Weekly Political Roundup. So what we want to do in this show is we want to analyze and talk about the latest political developments across India and what its ramifications are, and we want to try to analyze the nitty-gritties of these issues. So first we're going to talk about a big issue that's going on currently, which is the uncertainty around the BJP's national president and what its political ramifications are. So as all of you know, currently winter session is going on in Parliament and there's a lot of ruckus on SIR, vote chori and other issues. But one thing that we have to observe here is that the Home Minister Amit Shah is always in Parliament and he's taking continuous meetings with various political representatives. On these lines, our sources today tell us that there was an important meeting in the Home Minister's office which was attended by Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju, Arjun Megwal, Health Minister and BJP National President JP Nadda, and Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal and a few other MPs. So the discussion according to our sources was on the new BJP national president and the UP BJP state president. So for those of you who don't know, Piyush Goyal, the commerce minister, is also the BJP election in charge for Uttar Pradesh's state president election. So this was what the meeting was around. And as all of you know, for the national president election to take place in the Bharatiya Janata Party, you need BJP state presidents to be confirmed from multiple states, and states like Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh and a few others have still yet to confirm their state president. So in the meeting, a few MPs from Uttar Pradesh told Amit Shah that there are other parallel meetings going on in Lucknow between BJP state leaders and the RSS. So Amit Shah, according to these reports, has told the people in that meeting that the issue of UP BJP state president has already been decided and it will be announced in a very short period of time, and Piyush Goyal is now the election in charge and he will go to Lucknow very soon and the new BJP state president will be announced. So he also said that the new BJP UP state president will be someone who is very experienced, intelligent, and there won't be any surprises hearing this name. So there are a lot of names on the shortlist for UP BJP president, but we're not going to get into that. The big political question now is that how will the equation between the new UP BJP state president and the current chief minister of Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Yogi Adityanath, be? So as all of you know, UP's deputy chief minister is Mr. Keshav Prasad Maurya. He was also the BJP state president before, and in political circles he is known as someone who identifies with the Amit Shah camp. So political rumors also say that the deputy chief minister and the chief minister did not get along in the 2024 general election, which was the Lok Sabha elections, and that is why the BJP got poor results in the state of UP. So to give you a bit of backdrop and context, Mr. Keshav Prasad Maurya was the state president of BJP UP in 2017, and this is when the BJP was elected into power after a long time, and he was supposed to be the chief minister, but as all of you know, Mr. Yogi Adityanath was chosen and he became the chief minister of UP. So there is this narrative that is developing in political circles both in Delhi and Lucknow that there is a cold war or a sort of tug of war that is going on between Amit Shah and Mr. Yogi Adityanath. So this was already evident during the 2024 general election, when you saw that Mr. Yogi Adityanath reportedly did not campaign to his full strength, which caused a drop in BJP seats in UP. So what will happen now that the BJP state president is about to be announced? Will this narrative or tug of war improve, or will it go worse? Will the relationship between these two mega leaders worsen? As you all know, the 2024 Lok Sabha election was a shock to the Bharatiya Janata Party. They were hoping that they will go above 400. Infamously, their slogan was "400 Par," but they ended up somewhere near 240. And this was largely due to two states, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan, where the Bharatiya Janata Party got a very big deficit in seats. So especially in Uttar Pradesh, Akhilesh Yadav's Samajwadi Party, which is the primary opposition party, is a very formidable force in Uttar Pradesh. Akhilesh Yadav has been parroting this very notion of a PDA alliance, which is a Pichda Dalit Adivasi alliance. I mean, Pichda Dalit Alpasankyak alliance. That means your OBCs, your SC community, your ST community, and your minorities, your Muslims, Christians, and all of this. So BJP has been facing this narrative in Uttar Pradesh, where its CM, Mr. Yogi Adityanath, is a Rajput, and its two deputy CMs are OBCs and Brahmins. So how will BJP balance out this state president appointment to ensure that the PDA narrative in Uttar Pradesh is not taking too much of resonance? So now you might ask, why is it that we've talked so long about just a mere BJP state president? What is so special? So, as I told you before, until the appointments of these state presidents are done, the BJP national president cannot be elected. So, state presidents of Uttar Pradesh especially carry a special significance when it comes to the appointment of a national president. So as all of you know, there has been a slow underlying discussion about succession in the Bharatiya Janata Party. After Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is the person who is set to lead the BJP? And in this regard, having a favorable national president will go a long way. The national president will determine this next PM face in a very big way. So, as all of you know, the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, the RSS, is on one side lobbying for their candidate to be the national president, and Amit Shah and others on the other side are lobbying for their own candidate to be the national president. There are a few rumors here and there that XYZ number of people might become the national president, but that is not what the intention of our video is today. The intention is how this battle for national president is going to shape the succession war within BJP in the coming few years. So, as I said, largely the succession battle is between Mr. Amit Shah and Yogi Adityanath as of today. I am not saying they're the only two contenders, but as of today, there is this narrative that either one of these two are going to become the successors to Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Bharatiya Janata Party. So, like all of you have seen before, in 2024, there was a light tiff between the RSS and the BJP. So, what do I mean by tiff? Before the 2024 election, the then BJP state president, Mr. JP Nadda, said that the BJP now does not need the RSS. And political circles since then have always said that the RSS did not work to its full might in the 2024 election, and hence the BJP suffered. Post then, there have been successive state elections like the one in Haryana, Maharashtra, Bihar, and etc., which the BJP won. And according to BJP leaders themselves, these are the elections where the RSS worked to its full might, and hence the result turned in the BJP's favor. So now, people in political circles say that BJP, which was overconfident a bit before, now listens to the opinions of the RSS. So recently, I want to tell you guys that there was an event in Lucknow where Mr. Yogi Adityanath was the speaker, and he said the following words. He said, "I am a Swayam Sevak," and he heaped praise on the RSS Sar Sanchalak, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, saying he was a Karam Yogi. So note that Mr. Bhagwat himself was in the audience when Mr. Adityanath said this. And there has also been reports of Mr. Yogi Adityanath and Mr. Mohan Bhagwat having meetings in Ayodhya and other parts of Uttar Pradesh regarding various issues which we don't know as of now. There has also been reports of RSS leaders evaluating the performance of ministers in the Yogi Adityanath government. They have said that they want to enhance coordination between the Sangh and the government. And a lot of other steps like this have been taken place. So what does that mean? Does this indicate that the RSS or the Sangh Parivar is cozying up to Yogi Adityanath? Do they see him as a sort of successor? We do not have any idea as of now. But a small anecdote, the RSS or the Sangh Parivar has always kept its distance from leaders who are outside the Parivar. For example, those who come from other parties or those who don't have affiliation to the Sangh Parivar are always kept at a certain distance. I don't mean that they look at them in a different way, but when it comes to organizational responsibilities or picking them for political responsibilities, the Sangh naturally prioritizes its own and people who have been in the Sangh for a long time. So Mr. Yogi Adityanath was an ABVP Karyakarta before, and he has been a BJP MP, but he has never been officially affiliated with the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. So he's never been someone who's been a Swayamsevak or who's taken responsibilities in the RSS. So this is what people opposing Mr. Yogi Adityanath say. That he is an outsider and he cannot be controlled. Controlled as in his actions speak for themselves and he does not adhere to any sort of command structure. So for example, if you look at history, there have been a few examples where Mr. Yogi Adityanath has taken his own independent decisions. For example, when he was studying in Uttarakhand, when there was a college elections, when he was reportedly a part of the ABVP, he refused to listen to the ABVP's direction and fielded as an independent himself. So the result of this election was that the ABVP came third and Mr. Yogi Adityanath came second. So even in the recent past, in 2002, Mr. Yogi Adityanath had fielded his candidate Dr. Radha Mohan Agarwal on a Hindu Mahasabha ticket against the BJP itself. So Mr. Yogi Adityanath has not always toed the party line. And this is what one of his main contentions is amongst his detractors. But in my opinion, while Mr. Yogi Adityanath has not been an official RSS insider or has not toed this Sangh line at all times or the party line at all times, currently his ideology is more acceptable to the RSS than some of its own BJP leaders. He is what the RSS desires. He is a pro-Hindutva leader, pro-Hindutva face in the northern India belt, and he has a strong law and order image. So the RSS knows this, and going by Mr. Mohan Bhagwat's recent interactions and meetings with Mr. Yogi Adityanath, I don't think the RSS or the Sangh Parivar have any problems with this. When it comes to defying the dikkat of the party high command or the party leadership, Mr. Yogi Adityanath is not the only person who has done this, and he is not going to be the last. If you refresh your memory, you will know that even Prime Minister Narendra Modi had defied party leadership in the past. In the 2020 election, Mr. Modi refused to campaign in the UP election because Sanjay Joshi was made the in charge of that election. And Mr. Sanjay Joshi and Narendra Modi had a big tiff prior to this, but that is a separate story altogether. So after all of this, Mr. Modi even threatened to boycott the national executive when he was the chief minister of Gujarat if Mr. Sanjay Joshi was not removed. And eventually the party gave in and Mr. Sanjay Joshi was removed and Mr. Narendra Modi had his way. So what I'm trying to say is that not listening to the party or doing as your own independent decisions desire is not something that is unique to Mr. Yogi Adityanath. He's not the last person who's going to do it. Mr. Modi has also done it before and several others will do it. So am I trying to draw parallel between Mr. Modi or Yogi Adityanath? No, definitely not. They have come through two different paths. Mr. Yogi Adityanath came through a more mutt MP and political career, where Mr. Modi was a pracharak and he came through the organizational hierarchy. And Mr. Modi was also officially affiliated with the RSS while Mr. Yogi Adityanath was not. So what am I trying to say with all of this? Does this mean that the RSS has chosen Mr. Yogi Adityanath as Modi's successor? No, definitely not. At least not yet. There are many differences between Mr. Narendra Modi and Yogi Adityanath. Mr. Narendra Modi spent years as a pracharak and he spent even more years as an organizational man. He had hold and his own people within the BJP and RSS organization. He had managed elections in Himachal, Haryana, Gujarat, UP and X number of places. So he had his own people within the party organization, which Mr. Yogi Adityanath has never had. Mr. Narendra Modi also had the patronage of then BJP leader Mr. Lal Krishna Advani, and Yogi does not have any sort of patronage above him, nor does he have any of his men sitting in Delhi or other parts of the country trying to lobby for his position or trying to put his position forward. So this is a big difference between the then Narendra Modi image and currently Yogi Adityanath's image. So what has Yogi Adityanath got going for him? He has a robust following amongst pro-Hindutva voters. Your voters who are pro-law and order, pro-Hindutva, and traditional BJP voters are all good fans of Yogi Adityanath. But one problem that arises is Mr. Yogi Adityanath does not bring any sort of additional vote. He does not bring anything that the BJP does not already have. So in the 2014 election, when Mr. Narendra Modi ran for Prime Minister, he got a section of India's aspirational votes. He got a section of the OBC votes by his own virtue of being an OBC. So all of these votes that were not associated with the BJP before, in 2014 tied its wagon to the BJP because of Mr. Narendra Modi. So Mr. Narendra Modi got that percentage of votes due to his personal charisma. As of now, the UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has not proven that he can bring such sort of independent vote. Largely, his vote is limited to already voting BJP members. So, secondly, for every politician to be successful, of course, you need to have mass connect. Secondly, you need to have a person who implements your vision. You need to have a gunslinger. You need to have someone who, if you point a finger at someone, that person will do the work. For Mr. Modi, it was Amit Shah. Yogi Adityanath does not have that sort of number two or protege. Even his government functioning largely is limited to bureaucrats. He is dependent on senior bureaucrats, and while they can help you with administration, they can't take you far politically. And this is testament. Even after close to 8-9 years of Mr. Yogi Adityanath's government in Uttar Pradesh, he still has a lot of detractors. It is not that he has had a complete hold on the party organization in UP, nor does he have any favorable lobbies in Delhi who can lobby for him within the RSS or the BJP or media circles. So Mr. Yogi Adityanath lacks this sort of network amongst himself. He does not have someone who can take care of local politics for him and take care of Delhi affairs for him. So this is one big difference between Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. So all in all, what I want to say is this national president election is a very big event for the future of the BJP, because this national president will oversee the 2029 election also. And if Mr. Narendra Modi decides not to contest these elections, then the BJP will need to find a successor as soon as possible. And for this, the 2027 Vidhan Sabha elections in Uttar Pradesh is a big semi-final, especially for Mr. Yogi Adityanath. If he wants to move beyond his Hindutva image, before his law and order image and a strongman image, he needs to show something to aspirational India, something that Mr. Modi did very successfully, something like a UP developmental model and how it can be scaled all across India. And overcoming Mr. Akhilesh Yadav's strong PDA narrative. Akhilesh Yadav is no pushover in UP. It is not going to be like Bihar, where the NDA just swept away Tejasvi Yadav's RJD, Congress and the other parties. Akhilesh Yadav is a very wily political operative, and UP elections is not going to be as straightforward as the other elections that the BJP has undertook so far. So for Yogi Adityanath to overcome this PDA narrative will allow him to emerge out from his caste image. He is primarily a forward caste leader. So if you beat Mr. Akhilesh Yadav's PDA narrative, then you have this bank that, look, I have the support of OBCs, minorities and backward classes in my state. So this will give him that extra leverage to push for a 2029 succession battle if it does exist. I'm not saying this is set in stone, but if there is a scenario that a succession battle takes place, then this 2027 election is very crucial for Mr. Yogi Adityanath. So if he does all of this and the RSS gets its candidate or its favorable candidate as a national president, only then will Mr. Yogi Adityanath stand a fighting chance to be involved in the BJP succession race. So this has been the BJP national president and its politics surrounding it and what its implications are. So now we move on to the next subject, which is something very fascinating happening a few states below, which is in Jharkhand. So as all of you know, Jharkhand currently has a non-NDA government or an India Alliance government, primarily led by the JMM of Hemant Soren and his wife Kalpana Soren. So if you have followed news in the past few days, you will know that there have been murmurs or rumors about Kalpana Soren and Hemant Soren meeting senior BJP leaders, and there's been a possibility that the JMM would join the NDA fold and ditch the India Alliance. While none of this is confirmed by either side or any official confirmation exists, but the rumors are strong and it suggests that there's an alliance brewing between the BJP and the JMM. So to give you a bit of back context, the Enforcement Directorate recently raided the premises of chartered accountant Naresh Kejriwal in Ranchi and other places. It was primarily under the Foreign Exchange Management Act or the FEMA and other money laundering provisions. So what political circles are now saying is that the ED now has proof of corruption and foreign investments of several people within Hemant Soren's government in Jharkhand. So now this has become a bargaining chip which has brought the JMM onto the table to discuss with the BJP. So why now? What is the timing? So there is also this feeling amongst opposition politicians after the Bihar elections, according to their own admissions. I am not saying this, but opposition politicians themselves are saying this behind closed doors, that after the NDA's landslide victory in Bihar, there is a feeling amongst opposition parties that the NDA is sort of unbeatable in certain states and allying with them is better than opposing them. So you'll also have to factor in the factor that Congress and RJD during the Bihar election did not give the JMM any seat. So this has rubbed the JMM off in the wrong way, which has also compounded this factor. And as all of you know, the Jharkhand government's financial situation is not in the best of health. They're not able to spend on infrastructure projects, nor are they able to spend on socialist freebie schemes. So all of this has led to this situation. A scenario of the JMM themselves being unhappy with the India Alliance partners, a scenario of the ED breathing down the JMM's neck, a scenario of governance issues, and on top of all of this, even the BJP is not in the best of positions in Jharkhand. It's not like BJP is a very strong party. They have lost elections recently, and even the by-elections that happened recently, the BJP lost. And there is a feeling that if things go like this, they can't even elect a Rajya Sabha member in the upcoming days. I think it's in about 6 months. So the party will fail to elect any Rajya Sabha members from Jharkhand. So this has become a narrative in the Jharkhand BJP that there are no prospects within the party itself, so they might as well ally with the JMM. These are all political murmurs that is happening, but a few facts that are taking place is that not all is well in the Jharkhand government. JMM and INC, which are ruling it in a coalition, have certain tiffs or differences of opinion between themselves, and many INC ministers who are part of the Jharkhand government have skipped Hemant Soren's programs in the recent past. And the political grapevine also tells us that Kalpana Soren wants to be more involved in Delhi's politics or central politics. So it's natural that allying with the BJP will give the JMM a union cabinet ministry or a minister of state where Kalpana Soren can be more involved in Delhi's politics as opposed to Ranchi's politics. So all of these factors combined, as I've said before, ED closing down on JMM's neck, internal rifts between JMM and INC, BJP being close to no prospects in Jharkhand, and the government's own misgovernance have all pushed the JMM to ally closer with the BJP. So as we've seen before, BJP does not need to win elections to form governments. We've seen it in Maharashtra, we've seen it in Karnataka, and umpteen number of states. So they ally with parties that were usually opposed to it and form governments, as we've seen before. But this alliance has more upside for JMM and Hemant Soren than the BJP. Coming together with the BJP will solve a lot of headaches for the JMM. The ED case will close, Jharkhand's government will get more funds from the center, and a lot of other problems will be solved. So now you might question that this is not how a democracy is supposed to function, and this is ideally not the way a government should function, but this is the reality of Indian politics as of today. And if any party has to survive, they have to do everything, explore all sorts of alliances, only then will they thrive. But the political nuance of this issue as of now is that the alliance is not as simple as it seems. This is equivalent to the Samajwadi Party or the RJD or say the PDP allying with BJP. Their vote banks and their support bases are completely different. The JMM's vote bank is primarily Adivasis, Muslims, Christians, and these sort of voter groups, while the BJP is polarly opposite to it. In the past, BJP has allied with NCP, JDS, and they have overcome these sort of barriers, but that time the difference between vote bases was not this stark. Here, there is a good chance that the Christians and Muslim supporters of the JMM will move to the Congress or other like-minded parties, and the BJP itself will find it tough to justify this alliance amongst its own supporter base. They have been parroting this narrative of the JMM being corrupt, Hemant Soren being corrupt, and it's not like it's not been done before, but it's going to be very tough for the BJP to put a positive spin on this. So while all of this does not matter, especially in Indian politics as of today, it is still a factor. So all of this has to be kept in mind when we're looking at the Jharkhand situation all in all. There's also talks about Hemant Soren's father, Shibu Soren, being awarded the Bharat Ratna. Again, those are rumors, but if that does take place, then it will be an informal indicator that this alliance will take place and it's only a matter of time. But until then, we don't know anything concrete, but this has been the political aspects of this issue, and in the time that is available with us, I've tried to explain it to you as best as I can. So that has been my time on Jharkhand, and we will now move to the southern of India, to the state of Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu has elections that are upcoming in the next few months, and the politics is getting spicier day by day. A veteran politician of the AIADMK has now switched sides just prior to the election. And which party has he joined? He's not joined the DMK, he's not joined the BJP, he's joined Tamil actor Vijay's party, the Tamilaga Vetri Kadigam, or the TVK, which is a brand new party. So what does this mean for the ADMK who lost its leader? What does it mean for the DMK, and how will it affect the state elections? Let's try to analyze this. Let's try to analyze this issue. So who exactly is this leader? This leader is K. Sengotian, who is a senior ADMK leader. He's been a 9-time MLA since 1977. He's been a minister before, he's been a transport minister, he's been a education minister, and he has a strongman image, especially in the Erode district, which is in the western part of Tamil Nadu. So the western part of Tamil Nadu is generally where the ADMK has an upper hand, and they've been strong in this place. But now that Mr. Sengotian has moved away from the ADMK, how is it going to affect the party's prospects? So he was expelled by the ADMK after feeling sidelined in the party, and his personal tiff with the party General Secretary Edapadi K. Palaniswamy, who is the top supremo in the party. So he resigned as an MLA and he went and straightly joined to the TVK. So what options did Mr. Sengotian really have? His options weren't great. He couldn't join the BJP, he couldn't join the DMK because his politics has revolved around being anti-DMK from a long time. So his option 2 was to join the TVK. So let's look at his anti-DMK history. He was accused by DMK, the then DMK Supremo, M. Karunanidhi, of attacking him and breaking his spectacles and other sorts of physical violence. And there have been a lot of allegations and counter allegations between DMK and Sengotian from the past 40 years. So going to the DMK was a no-show for Sengotian. It was not possible, because after decades of rivalry, it would be unimaginable. So that left the TVK to be the only practical choice. And if you look at actor Vijay's past speeches or the positions he's taken, he's always positioned himself as a critic of both the BJP and the DMK. So this is a nice ideological alignment for Sengotian to join, as opposed to joining any other party like NTK or the smaller parties. So once he's joined this, now what do his detractors say? What do his critics say? Some people say that he's a very big leader. He's a titan of sorts in that region, and he's lowered his stature when he's gone to the TVK. But that is beside the point. Here's all that matters. The TVK lacks any sort of experience or really seasoned politicians, and Mr. Sengotian fills that gap. He has 40 plus years of experience in electoral politics, administrative politics, and he knows the western Tamil Nadu belt very well, which has been an AIA DMK stronghold. So it is also clear that Vijay also knows his value. He's been made the chief coordinator of the TVK's high-level committee. He's been made in charge of 4 to 5 districts in the western Tamil Nadu region. So what does all of this mean? That actor Vijay is trying to directly take the fight to ADMK and in its strongest base of western Tamil Nadu. And this is not the only rung of leaders who have slipped away from AIADMK. Ex-MP A. Anwar Ranja has gone to the DMK. Ex-MP V. Maitriyan has gone to the DMK. So a lot of people are moving away from the DMK and away from the ADMK, and moving to the DMK. So this indicates that the ADMK is losing some sort of ground under it. And despite improving its ties with the BJP, despite getting into an alliance, the alliance has not gotten any new major partners. So if you don't follow Tamil Nadu politics, it's a rule of thumb that you need about 40 to 42% vote share for your alliance to get power. This has been the historical pattern, that in a bipolar race, which it usually is largely, you need about 40 to 42% of vote share to get into power. But this, for as of now, going by these estimates, is looking very unrealistic for the ADMK, because there are no new partners that are coming across. The PMK, which has been in the ADMK fold, is heading towards a vertical split. There's a fight between the founder S. Ramdas and his son Anbumani, and the election commission has recognized Anbumani as president, and Ramdas might do his own thing. So there's a lot of I would say a lack of clarity with the PMK. And the BJP and ADMK, as all of you know, has its own tensions. Former state president Annamalai has been anti-ADMK for a long period of time. He has been replaced as state president, but he still continues to give statements that are not in the best interests of the alliance. And other parties like DMDK and NTK are undecided, or they might not ally with the alliance. And these parties also have a considerable vote share, but they're not joining the ADMK, or at least they've not given any signs of joining the ADMK. So what does this happen? This leaves TVK, and TVK is definitely not going to help the ADMK. So unless some of these parties miraculously jump into the ADMK's fold, someone like a TVK or an NTK, something unexpected happens and they comes into the opposition fold, it is looking very unlikely for the ADMK alliance to do any sort of miracle in Tamil Nadu's upcoming election. The DMK-led alliance is in pole position. They are in a very comfortable place for the 2026 elections, and Sengotian's shift from ADMK is just a small factor in it. There are a lot of micro factors that are influencing ADMK's downfall. It might be TTV Dinakaran, it might be OPS, O Pannirselvam, who might ally with the DMK, or TTV might do his own thing. So all of this is affecting the ADMK's overall narrative for the upcoming state elections. And all of this while actor Vijay's TVK is slowly gaining in the ground. You will not be surprised if the TVK emerges as the primary challenger to the DMK and leaving the ADMK-led NDA in a distant third place. So this is a new stage of Tamil Nadu politics, where it's emerging into a tri-cornered fight, or not the traditional bipolar fight that it was previously. So there's actor Vijay's party, there's ADMK, there's DMK, and their allied parties. So Tamil Nadu politics is moving to a very interesting phase. Again, things can evolve. There'll be a lot of new things happening in the next few months. But as of now, my verdict is that the ADMK and its allies are not in the best position to capitalize on the anti-incumbency on the DMK-led government. So again, this has been my take on this week's episode of Political Roundup, where we cover top political news from each state of India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. And these are the 3 issues that I felt were meriting a discussion this week. So again, if you've liked the show, please comment, let us know what you think, and like this video, and subscribe to KATV India, where we want to bring more such content onto your screen. Thank you. This has been my time. Thanks for joining KATV India.